Who are these people fleeing Trump's America? If you're a Canadian, you're going to want to listen up. You want to know who's coming in stateside. All right, folks, list is right here. We're going to go from least to most. So least to most that are coming in. So they're coming in under the guise of healthcare access and Canada's universal healthcare system. Again, it's socialized medicine here, and it's completely fallen apart. Education opportunities, and they're coming in the guise of perceived safety and stability. Okay, so least to most, Black Americans. Many cited concerns over racial injustice, police violence, and the feeling of being unsafe or unwelcome in the U.S. 8 to 11 per day. LGBTQ plus 24. Americans, some LGBTQ individuals sought to leave the U.S. due to fears of that rights could be rolled back, especially with Supreme Court decisions potentially impacting marriage equality, healthcare access, and trans rights. 36 to 55 per day are coming in. So these are people that have been, I guess, applied and are starting to come in on a daily basis. And Latino immigrants. Anti-immigration rhetoric and ICE raids during the Trump era push some Latino immigrants and even U.S.-born Latinos to seek more stable, accepting conditions elsewhere, 81 to 93 per day. But Latinos, wake up. Canada did the same thing that Trump is doing. In 2006, 7, and 8, when the Conservative government came into power into Canada, they deported scores of Portuguese families that came originally to Portugal on a path to citizenship. Archbishop Romero Catholic Secondary School in St. Mary's held back Portuguese-speaking students and waited for parents to bring in paperwork to prove they were allowed to. If not, they would be deported even if they were born in Canada. They're not allowed in Canada, even if the kids were born in Canada from Portuguese parents. So, and vehicle road blitzes and shutting down malls and arresting Portuguese everywhere that came to Canada on a path to citizenship that were deported. Keep that in mind, folks, okay? So keep that in mind, Latinos, if you're coming here. Canada could do the same thing to you and turn on a dime when they don't need you. And the most and the biggest people coming in, or the biggest numbers, are Chinese. Wealthy Chinese that may have originally come to the U.S. to invest, but later found out that Canada or Europe offers better returns or less political pushback. And 781 to 903 per day are coming in of Chinese nationals or Chinese born and raised in China or born in China and then came over to Canada or came over to the United States and now are coming to Canada from the United States. 781 to 903 per day. So a lot of them already laundered their money in the United States already. So they have legit assets. They're selling their assets, right? And there you guys see what's happening in Arkansas with Huckabee Sanders there saying, CCP, get off our land. So they're getting worried. And what are they doing? They're basically, what they need to do is say, just prove to us that you bought this property without illicit funds. And if they can't, we'll repossess the property and give it back to our people. Because foreigners or communists shouldn't be investing in America. And that's what she's been promoting and saying. So they're seeing that, and what do? Oh my God, America's horrible. I got to get out of here. And where do they come? Canada. And Canada's government is grinning ear to ear when they hear that, oh, more Chinese money coming in. The fact that we already have $2.4 trillion to $2.6 trillion in laundered real estate, farms, mines via Chinese already in Canada, destroying our middle class. Our children will grow up to be homeless, born and raised in Canada and educated. You're going to be homeless. And now I got a very, very interesting, the way to fix this, people are going to ask, oh, well, what do we do to fix this? Go back. I have a 2010 video, a 2014 video, 2010, 2014, 2017, 2019 video. Mirrored immigration policy. I'm a Portuguese, but let's pretend I'm a Canadian. A Canadian. What is a Canadian allowed to do if he goes to China? And create a mirrored immigration policy. We've been talking about this for over a decade. So if a Canadian man goes to China, he can't rent because they have to go through hoops to rent. They can't own anything. They can't. But then a Chinaman comes to Canada, we should follow and follow that same policy. There's nothing racist about it. We're just copying what other countries. Same thing with Mexico. You can't own land in Mexico if you're not Mexican. Oh, yes, you can. I'm an expat. I live in Mexico. You don't own the land you're on. You're leasing it. Read the Mexican Constitution. It's in their Constitution that foreigners can't buy land. But people don't get it. But if you just follow what other countries are doing and mirror it to your country, that we wouldn't be in this trouble we are today. Oh, they're foreign investors. They're criminal money launderers that are trying to get their money out of their country. Oh, China's advanced. It's this, it's that. Then stay in China. I don't get it. So this is the problem we have now. Now, very interesting story I want to tell you guys. Here I am in my little 2-stoplight town, Merritt, British Columbia. There it is right there. There's my little shop where I conduct my little business from. 2-stoplight, quiet little town. Just beautiful day. Enjoying the day. And on Tuesday morning, I open up my shop, setting up, getting ready for the day. And a man comes in, a Chinese man, came into my store. He got a big camera, he's taking pictures of my store, taking pictures of the building. And I said, can I help you? Did you need something? Are you looking for something? Are you passing through? He's like, very broken English. Oh, I want to come and buy property here. In this town. I want to come and buy property. I'm like, okay. Then he asked me who owns the building. I said, you could go to inquiries at City Hall. They'll tell you. Because my landlady, I e-transfer her. I think I speak to her once a year, maybe once a year. And she's not local. Okay, so this and that. He's looking around and I asked him, did you just move to Canada? He's American. That guy's American? I'm not even a Canadian. That guy's an American? Okay. Where'd you move from? Washington. When did you move to Washington? 2017. When Vancouver put the foreign buyers tax on for foreign investors, everybody went to Seattle or Washington State and Toronto and destroyed both markets. Videos up on the channel. Look up Seattle, Toronto. You'll see the videos I'm talking about. Frenetic pace. In a frenetic pace. Okay. So I said goodbye. He left. Friday, yesterday, a couple come in with a child. And they're Chinese. And they're looking around and wanting to buy a few things, and they're exploring the province and looking around and checking things out of the country. I'm like, well, that's good. Are you vacationing? Are you vacationing from China? No, we moved from America. Oh, are you planning to move to Merritt? Oh, no. We live in Vancouver, but we want to go around Vancouver, Richmond area. We want to go around just to see what this province has. Okay. Well, okay. And looking around, and then they picked up a few things, and they came to my counter to pay. And I said, why did you leave the United States? They're like, oh, it's so dangerous down there. And the lady looked over at me and said, there's too many black people. I'm like, what? And then, I'm not making this up. And then they say, and then I asked them, how are you just come and just move to Canada? Oh, I got papers. I got everything immediately. I got almost everything immediately. So basically selling all his assets in America and then bringing up the money here and buying, I guess, whatever they're going to do. Really, they don't work, but they're going to come and park their money here in Canada now. So this is an open door immigration policy that Canada has. Governments are grinning ear to ear in Canada because that's what they want. Canada's been dry the last year for money laundering from China. Now, with 800 and some odd, 781 to 903 per day coming in of Chinese origin. And here's the problem with Canada. Canada sold out to the highest bidder. Now, the people in the comments are going to say, oh, you got to blame your governments from that. Don't blame the Chinese. Our governments are Chinese. You don't have to look like a Chinaman or smell like a Chinaman or talk like a Chinaman to be a Chinaman. Once you do business and you start selling your people out, you become them. So don't say blame your governments. Everything's tied to China in this country. And I've been warning you guys. Everything, all this stuff that you're seeing today about China, go back 10 years. We're already warning you about. Go onto our channel and type in China destroying Canada, China destroying New Zealand, China destroying Australia, China destroying. You'll see stuff going back 10 years and be like, what? It's been happening. And it's getting worse. So wake up, Canada. This is coming. This is who's coming into your country. These are the people that are coming into your country. What do they have to offer? Well, they're going to buy real estate, Mike. They're investors. But then majority of Canadian proper and European expansionists like myself, Portuguese, that built your Portuguese work hard building Canada. 480,000 laborers across Canada in like 93, 94, 95, 1993, 94, building Hamilton, Burlington, Oshawa, working their butts off to build this country. My dad worked himself to the bone to build this country. My dad gets to build the bank, but I'm not allowed to work in the bank. I could go clean the bank, but I can't work in the bank because the banking positions here in Canada are for Chinese nationals or Hindus. Because Canadians now, or European expansionists, they don't want to work in a bank. They don't want a nice, clean atmosphere. No, they don't want that because Chinese nationals are the ones for that job. This is the problem with Canada. And if before you want to call me a racist, say, oh, you hate on Chinese, I'm going to bring the language back against you guys. My wife is Filipino. She's Asian. You want to use the language against us? My wife is Asian. She's from the Philippines. Chinese are Asian. So I have no problem with Asian people. I'm just telling you what's going on and how your kids don't have a future in this country. And I told the lady, I told her right to her face. You know what I said to her? I said I would give 5 years of my life if I could move my family to the United States and I could set up and be with my family somewhere before I pass away so that I know they're going to be okay. Because I know here in Canada, they're not going to do, it's going to be impossible. And Americans watching this, watch my video on my channel, how I failed to be an American. So you guys could understand how hard it is to come into America. You just can't walk in there, open door policy, like people from China could do. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.